I was walking along, seen a couple ribs sticking out, and that's how I noticed it, and I go, that's probably a dead deer. Well, it's what day is it? So it's March 28th here, and I'm just about to leave the house. You can see the kitchen's a mess. Been in the woods, so I got a lot of catch up to do around here. It's 6:20 in the morning, and this is basically my last day of shed hunting because it's coming up on turkey season. I won't be walking around the woods bumping turkeys off the property and whatnot to make sure that, you know, we can all have successful hunts, because there's a lot of birds. I've probably seen, I don't know, close to 75 of them on the one farm. Basically today I'm walking a section of our property which has state land that butts up to it, and I'm going to walk down a set of power lines that lead into state land, and I'm going to check some of the state land. I'm going to be looking for a deer that we call Fat Bottom, and here's a picture of Fat Bottom, I think 3 years ago, and a picture of Cliff walking by the tree stand about 20 minutes later when he got down out of it. So this deer was just coming off of bedding, working his way there, but Cliff got out of his stand because there was a wind switch, so he'd have probably never shot the deer anyways. It would have just winded him. Our mentor, Cliff, is actually a very skilled bow hunter, so we learn a lot from him. But I'm looking for Fat Bottom, and then this is a picture of him during, I want to say, the rut. I could be wrong. We'll do a close-up of the date on the trail cam photo. And then we have another deer called, I call it the Dyke Buck. He's that one with that big shovel antler. We're going to be looking for him. And then we're going to be looking for the legendary Christmas Tree. Now, Christmas Tree is like the unicorn buck that we all want to shoot. He's the biggest one. He's got to be 6.5, 7 years old. We've never been able to find any of his antlers. This is our third year now that we've had pictures of him. He just magically showed up one day on Christmas morning, and my brother and Cliff were checking trail cam photos in the food plots for shed season, see when to start doing sheds. 3 years ago, excuse me, they were looking to do sheds 3 years ago, and they found this picture on their camera of him. So this was him as I think a 4-year-old, 3-year-old, and then we got him last year as a 5-year-old, and then just this season that we had, this is what he looked like. We got a few good pictures of him, and he was actually in a house in the food plot right by my brother's stand, and he walked by at like 9 o'clock or 8:30 in the morning, opening day of Minnesota bow season. So, Carl! Yeah, that's kind of a kick in the pants, but you know, we may never kill this deer. Maybe we'll get him next season. Maybe one of the neighbors will shoot him. I'd really like to shoot him, because I've never really shot anything over 130 inches. You look at Cliff and Al's walls, they got piles of trophies for miles. So, but I hope, I'm really hoping we can find him today, and hopefully he dropped them things on the state land or on our property. So I've got one last little section to look here, and I'm gonna really thoroughly cover this today, or get as much in as I can before the snow hits. I don't know, stay tuned, we'll see what happens. Alright, so I just got down here. I'm gonna get my backpack on, but we pretty much walked all of this stuff over here. Right in this point down here is where we found, Alex found a really good antler, and I found a little tiny one laying there. So I'm gonna work my way down the tree line, hit this, and then come back and walk down the edge of our property over here. And then I'm gonna work the property line, and then follow the power lines. So we've got some power lines right here. I'm gonna follow them down into the state land here, and hopefully we can find old Christmas Tree or Fat Bottom. I'd like to find Fat Bottom. I think he's only a 4-year-old, so he's gonna be 5 this year if he made it through the season. You know, not until we put up trail cams we won't be able to find out. But rocking the TMP, the Nothing Fancy Project, the dumbass civilian bear, so always representing, baby. I don't know, stay tuned. Hopefully we can, hopefully I can pick up a nice big dandy. Hopefully I can break my personal record today. I'm praying for it, and I'm hoping I can get this, but it's starting to get shitty out, and the wind's actually starting to pick up. I think it's supposed to hit like 25 miles an hour today. If it gets to that, I'm getting out of the woods. And I'm just gonna walk a little bit of CRP and try to tough out the wind as best I can, but stay tuned though. Hopefully we can get some big ones for you. Alright, so I've been walking here. It's about an hour and a half now into the day, and I got my first find. It's another deadhead. It's not what I like to find, but I'm just walking along the state land, along these trout streams, and it looks like it's been there for a while. Looks kind of decent. I don't know. It could be a rock and a stick. I don't know, but we're gonna walk up on it and see here. Yeah, it's definitely a dead deer. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's a little buck. Oh, that's from this year. That's gotta be a coyote kill. He's just a little guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8-pointer. But I think we got this one on camera from last year, but whew, he's a stinky one. Whew. We're not gonna be taking this one with us. Little 8-point. No. I did cripple a huge 8-pointer during gun season. I'm not too proud of it. I was blasting like a wild man. The adrenaline got to me. I was itchy, but this one obviously ain't it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping this is a coyote kill and not EHD, but this is the second head I've found right next to water like this. I mean, if they're injured, they go to water to die. It's the bottom line. I mean, I honestly think I shot a 150-inch 8-pointer and crippled it, and it's somewhere in the Never Never or the Abyss down in the state area here. But I'm gonna keep looking, and we're probably gonna just throw this one somewhere else because this thing stinks. I can't carry this in my pack. I can't carry this in the pack. This thing smells god awful, and it's still got brain in it and stuff. So I actually touched my leg, and I should be wearing my gloves for this. But first find of the day, not what you always want to find, but whatever. Well, it's been about 3 hours since I found that last deadhead, and I have not found an antler. On this side, it's just all coyote tracks and coyote poop. And I was walking along the ridge here and seen a couple ribs sticking out, and that's how I noticed it. And I go, that's probably a dead deer. I could see a fur pile there and a fur pile here, and then I actually found some jawbone laying over there, and then looked down here, but it's not a big one, but it's got that split brow tine genetics. Little guy. All I could see was them ribs sticking out, but probably gonna leave this one here, and if my uncle wants to saw the antlers off, I think we might. But might go get a tag for these two. I'm gonna swing by the creek a little bit here. I'm gonna swing back down by the river. It's like right below me, so I'm gonna get in there, and usually the game warden hangs out there, and it's probably gonna be popping trout fishermen, but I'll keep my 10-foot distance and ask him for 2 sight tags and show him these videos if I can catch up with him. But that's what I'd like to do, is just saw the antlers off and not deal with it. But that's would have been a cool looking deer. You can see mice kind of started to chew on the antler a little bit here on the tip. But, oh, that thing stinks. Yeah, we're gonna leave that here. Hopefully we can find some antlers today. Well, it's been about an hour since we found that deadhead back there, but I finally found a little one. Look at that. That's a good one. Nice 2-year-old. Running for the pack. But that's pretty much a wrap on my shed season. Went out with I actually found a left side today, but I did talk to Alan, and I'm going to talk to Sharon, but we might go look on some state parks just for some fun, because recreational activities are still allowed in the state. I know we've got COVID-19 lockdown, so we still might get out and try to find some of them bucks that have never been shot at, that are all, or that have maybe been shot at and are chased up onto those state properties that aren't open to public hunting, but you can ski and mountain bike and do all that stuff. So we'll go look into some of them, and I know they got a lot of ag around them. There's one section of state property it is open to public hunting. I don't know if it got hit yet. I can't believe it wouldn't have been hit yet, but it does got a lot of standing ag around it. The farmer did leave it up. I did knock on the door on the way home to ask if I could go walk through his actual ag field to see if he'd let me or not. You never know, but no one ever answered the door. I'm sure they were out in the field or doing something. It's a Saturday, but everything's shut down, so I have no clue where they would have been. Maybe they didn't want to answer the door because they thought I'd get them sick. Who knows? We still may do a little shed hunting as a group, but I'm pretty much done hitting the farm hardcore because I've pretty much covered everything, and there was still no sign of Christmas tree and no sign of fat bottom, and I couldn't find the shovel buck anywhere, but I did hear the neighbors shot a monster back in there. Who knows? Click the like and subscribe button to Schrader Slingshots and Outdoors. We're going to have some slingshots and lots of shooting videos as far as how to, and I'll have some of my models up in there too. So, yeah. Enjoy.